And our third main topic today gets sent in to us by Geeky Gator, who writes, the last two Lego-related films from Warner Brothers have been big disappointments at the box office. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Lego's deal with Warner Brothers has expired, and they may partner with Universal instead, who has been more successful in animation with Illumination. Do you think Lego movies can succeed at another studio, or is the idea too tired now? All right, thanks a lot for saying that in, man. And what he's talking about specifically is, yes, the deal between Lego and Warner Brothers has lapsed. It's done. It's over, and apparently they chose not to renew. Whether that was Lego's decision not to renew the deal, whether that was Warner Brothers' decision not to renew the deal, it's done. Now step in Universal, who see a lot of potential in Lego still, and they're still talking about trying to revamp this whole thing. Some people might, and I could understand why, be tempted to say, well, wait a minute. Why on earth would Warner Brothers not want to re-up with Lego? I mean, Lego Movie was a huge hit. Everybody loves it. I mean, all this kind of stuff. Everything is awesome. I love that song. The unfortunate reality, though, is since that first Lego Movie, while they've put out some real quality stuff even after the first Lego Movie, it has been diminishing returns. I mean, exponentially diminishing returns. I mean, when we take a look at this, the first Lego movie shocked everybody. And I was one of the people who said, what a stupid idea. You're making a movie about plastic building blocks? Seriously? And it was awesome. I love that movie. Made $468 million at the box office. Then, a little while later, they decide they're going to make a spin-off movie of one of the most popular characters from that movie and one of the most popular characters in media today, Batman, being voiced by Will Arnett. And they did a Lego Batman movie, which, by the way, is fantastic. That movie is wonderful. I almost have it on the same level as the original Lego movie. Some people even prefer it. It's fantastic, but it took a significant nosedive in box office that the first one does. You know, regular kind of thinking might suggest conventional wisdom would say that everybody loved Lego Movie. You got this extremely popular spin-off with an extremely popular character. It's going to do as good or better. And instead, even though the movie was fantastic, it did significantly less. Then they decided to go with the Lego Ninjago movie. Something that I have no experience with, but apparently a lot of the kiddies do. And you know what? I went to go see it, and I thought it was pretty damn good. I had nothing about Ninjago, but I went to go see it, and it was actually pretty damn good. But it again took a significant nosedive at the box office, making $123 million. Then comes Lego Movie 2, or the Lego Movie, the second part. Not as good as the Lego Movie. I honestly, it wasn't bad, but I didn't like it. But there's that. But still, it made $191 million, but that represents over a 50% drop. Well over a 50% drop. Probably a 60% drop from what the first Lego Movie made, especially considering that it was so beloved and it was so wonderfully done and all that kind of stuff. And it took probably over a 60% drop from what the other one did. So on the surface, I could see somebody, Aaron, saying, why on earth wouldn't Warner Brothers re-up? I think here's the situation. They made some good movies. Lego Batman's great. Lego Ninjago is actually pretty dang good. Lego the second part, not so much, and yet the box office continued to drop. With that in mind, do you see some wisdom here in Universal stepping in, thinking they can maybe breathe fresh life into it? Or was the novelty of a Lego movie fulfilled in that first Lego movie, and that's it? Now they should walk away. I don't know. How do you see this?
I love the Lego movies. I love the Lego movies. I will watch them all day, every day. I think they're so entertaining. They're so fun. The music is really uplifting. The characters are really just like goofy and silly, and it's a movie that you just want to dive right into. That being said, I love the move to Universal as well. I think WB had their time and they did their thing, and that's great. But what Universal does so well is they really amplify their animation. I mean, look at what they did with the Despicable franchise, the Despicable Me franchise, the Minions. I mean, even if you didn't see the Minions movies, you know what a Minion is, you know what a Minion looks like, and if you are anywhere in the Los Angeles area, all you have to do is drive up or down the 101 and you will see a gigantic Minion at the top of Universal Studios. And that's another reason why I think that this could be successful, because if I'm working at Universal, if I'm the studio executive at Universal and I bring in the new Lego franchise, the first thing I'm doing is talking to the theme park people and saying, okay, how can we get a Lego ride or a Lego world in the same way they have Harry Potter world and they have the Minions rides? You know, that way there's automatically that reminder to people, oh, here's all these fun characters that you love. And what do people do? They immediately go out and watch the film. And I hate to be that person that talks about star power in animation, because ultimately we want to believe that it's the quality of the voice actors and you don't need, you know, Cameron Diaz and Mike Myers in order to make a film successful. That being said, it is worth pointing out, while you were going through all those stats, which I appreciate that, I was just doing a little IMDb search. The first Lego movie came out in 2014, starring Chris Pratt. What also came out in 2014 was Guardians of the Galaxy, starring Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt was also doing
Jurassic?
Nope. The TV show
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec. So here you have an actor who is literally on top of the world doing every late night talk show. And while he's on those talk shows, he's like, I've got Guardians of the Galaxy and I've got Lego. Like, he's everywhere. So therefore, Lego Movie is everywhere. Then the second one comes out starring Will Arnett, who I love and I think Walks on Water is fantastic. But he didn't have a major studio film that he was also promoting. So didn't necessarily get into the public eye as much. The third one, Dave Franco, same thing.
Right.
You know, didn't have that star power of being able to have, doing world tours, press tours, promoting a massive studio film. And then when Chris Pratt came back to do the fourth one, it didn't coincide with, say, Jurassic World or something major. So I feel like the success of the Lego Movie was able to piggyback on Chris Pratt's success being the it guy of 2014 and promoting all of his other things that were going on. What I would love is for Universal to take this franchise, breathe some fresh life into it, put a Lego ride at Universal Studios in Florida and in California, and to, you know, really pump it up and give it a little bit more star power. And I think we're golden.
This is an interesting point of view on that. Like, I would love to see that, because again, 3 out of those 4 movies I actually quite enjoyed, especially the Batman movie and the original. Guys, if you haven't seen that Lego Batman movie, you really got to see that Lego Batman movie, because it is sharp and smart and just really fun. So guys, question is, what do you guys think? Do you think the move to Universal, a good change of scenery maybe, is the shot in the arm that the Lego franchise needs? Do you think maybe it's just played out? How do you guys feel about it? Jump into the comment section below and let me know your thoughts.